Hello everyone, it is a very sunny Sunday and today is a video that I've been so excited to make for so long, and that is because today we are making jeans. And I know for this channel that's not exactly something special, but this is going to be my first time making jeans from denim yardage instead of from upcycled denim, which I'm very excited about because I feel like I'm going to have a lot more freedom to play with the jeans themselves because I'm not going to be restricted by the realities of upcycling. Now last week, I made a pair of striped pants for my spring Pinterest board video, and what I didn't tell you, although maybe I did, I don't remember what I said, is that those pants were a wearable toile for the newest iteration of my jeans pattern. And I want to say, but I think they turned out literally perfect. And so now is time to finally make my perfect pair of jeans. Now for this pair of pants, I will be using this very dark wash, somewhat slubby denim that I got when I was in New York over the holidays. And this fabric feels very precious to me because I don't live in an area that has a lot of fabric stores, and so being able to go in and really touch and feel the fabric is very special instead of ordering it online and hoping that it turns out being what I think it's going to be. And then the other reason why I can't mess these pants up is because for the pockets, I'm going to be using this pillowcase that my best friend got me from Pakistan when he was visiting home. And it has all of this really beautiful embroidery on it. And so the front pockets of these jeans are going to be slightly larger than normal in order to really showcase this. And then on the back, in addition to the regular back pockets, I'm also going to be adding an additional pocket that'll be sort of like a welt pocket, but without a welt, with this as the lining. And so I'll bring a little bit of this into the back as well. And I will also be doing like some free motion embroidery on the back pockets. So lots of details. I'm very excited about it. And I'm going to New York in a week. And so I'd like to finish it by then, but I don't want to put pressure on myself to do something and cut corners. So let's get started. I already did the work of pressing all of this fabric, which took kind of a long time because my ironing board is so comically small. All I'm gonna say is that if I win the lottery, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. And now I'm just going to lay this out, and I'm going to try and cut this in the way that reserves the most fabric possible because I think I can squeeze a pair of shorts or a top out of this fabric, but I'm not sure. And so I'm gonna try and line everything up so I don't have to use more than a yard and a half, which is ambitious, but this is pretty wide, so let's see. And did you know that you can, in fact, lightly iron your paper patterns after they've been folded in storage? Just don't let it sit for too long or else it might burn the paper. I'm just going to line this up as close as possible to the outer edge. I've basically done all the tedious parts of just prepping everything ready to get put together. So I've interfaced everything that I needed to interface. I've pressed everything, and now we are ready to get started with the pants. The first step, per usual, is going to be doing the pockets. I'm going to start with the back pockets today, or I don't know. Yes, I'm going to start with the back pockets. It's because I want to embroider on them, and I'm going to be embroidering using my sewing machine with the free motion embroidery foot, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I really haven't done this before, but I'm sure that I'm going to be able to figure it out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of chalk, and I'm going to mark about 1/2 inch away from the edge on these pocket pieces, just so I know what will be folded over and so what really won't be in bounds for my embroidery. This is my inspo pic for the design I'm going to be doing, and I brought you in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm going to do. And I'm just literally going to just draw it with this chalk, just so I have a reference point. I think that's cute. And I'm not going to try and mirror it, I think. I'm going to just do 2 separate designs because I don't trust myself to make this completely symmetrical. Let's sew it. Is it just me, or do sometimes these sewing machine screwdrivers have literally the worst leverage? Because why did it take me, like, why could I not get it with this one, but as soon as I switched to this one, it was no problem. I'm using this yellow thread in my top thread to match the yellow of the pockets. I spent way too long debating which yellow thread to use, but I think this one will be cute. I'm gonna go get a little bit of a test scrap of fabric just to make sure that all my settings are right. Now to do this, I need to not have any feed dogs. And then I'm pretty sure that I just put this down and go for it. Hell yeah, I feel confident. I can do this. This will be fun. And here is how they turned out. I am so pleased with them. This is just such good vibes for the project. And with that done, we can move on to actually constructing the jeans. So let's get to the back pockets. I'm going to start by just folding these pockets down along the chalk lines that I originally drew. For these pants, since I've already done so much of the prep work, like I actually cut everything out, interfaced it, did things in the right order instead of what I normally do, which is just do things as they go. My hope is that the actual construction process of these go really quickly. It's already 7:30, but my hope tonight is that I can get at least through the button fly, and that means that tomorrow I should be able to finish constructing these jeans. And I don't know, maybe that's a little bit ambitious, but every time I make a pair of pants, I get quicker. So I feel like maybe it's doable, but we'll see. I am going to stitch down the facing to the pocket bags. Front pockets. This is, I think, the most stressful part of these pants because they're such an important design element with the embroidery. But we've already done the first pocket and it went pretty well. So now we just have to do this one and work up. Laying out the pocket bag on top of the jeans right sides together. I basically just traced the same line that I did on the first pocket, and now I'm going to sew on that line, flip it. And I used to cut out the pocket before I sewed it right sides together. I think I like this method a lot better. I think it comes out cleaner because I know that the two seams will match perfectly. And then I can just it's easier to cut out. It means my pattern can be more adaptable because I can do different style pockets with the same pattern. I don't know, I like it. Need to snip this because it's so curved. And then we're gonna flip. Okay, we're good. It's symmetrical. I'm gonna stitch this down now. Front pockets are done. They're so good. And on to the back. For the back pockets, I want to have 2 sets. So I need to have these pockets and then below it the regular back pockets. And so I'm gonna just line up where I think that these regular pockets should go, I guess, and then I'll mark up with chalk maybe where I think these pockets should be and just eyeball it. Make sure it's symmetrical. Hopefully I don't regret this. And I just need to lay this pocket bag on top of the jeans, and I'm lining up the top part with the top of the pant because my hope is that the top of this pocket can be sealed into the back yoke. Okay, and I've drawn my outline. Before I go do the other one and ruin 2 pieces of jeans, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna make sure that this is working how I think it's going to. I already sewed and cut, and so now I'm gonna flip it through. And then I just need to press it really, really well so all of this stays on the correct side. And while I'm going around the curve, I'm just pulling on the pocket lining to make sure it stays on the inside. And now we are going to do French seams on this, which is a little bit tricky because we have to basically fold the denim away from the pocket bag fabric and start with the wrong sides together. We'll sew 1/4 inch from the edge on both sides, and then we'll flip it and do 1/2 inch. My little prototype worked out, so now I'll do it again. All right, so that's all done. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and attach the regular pockets, and then it's definitely time for me to go to bed. Also, my camera's almost dead, so good timing. The back is done, and I am very happy with how it's looking. I think these back pockets are really cool. I'm a little bit like, I don't know, you know when a piece of clothing is very different from what you normally wear, and so you're like a little bit eerie about it? That's how I'm feeling right now with these pants, and so I think I need to see them all together to figure out how I feel about them. But I also think that I just have never owned pants like this before, and so that's what's throwing me off right now, because I love the front, and I love how the birds are set in to these front pockets. So the back is done. Now I have to do the button fly, which I've never done an exposed button fly before, but my assumption is that it'll be easier than a zipper fly because there'll be less steps to do right now. Since I'm going to be hand sewing the buttonholes, I'm just going to leave that till last. And so I'm going to do that. I don't know what the odds are of me finishing today, but I feel like we are in the home stretch, so I guess it just depends on how smoothly everything goes. That took me embarrassingly long, but now I am going to do the side seams and the inseams, which hopefully it won't take as long. I'm just being really picky since it's contrast stitching and I really want it to look good. So I keep unpicking things that I've done. Not to be cocky or anything, but why are these not even done yet? And why do they kind of eat? Like, there's just like such a difference between doing this with denim yardage versus doing it with thrifted jeans. Like, these just are so much cleaner. Not that I don't like the thrift flip jeans I've done, but like these are just like new and fresh. So now the question that I've been avoiding is if I do pleats or darts. Oh, other thing, I added my little 3 stripes at the pocket because I think that's cool. I think it's nice to have a little bit of a signature. But anyway, I've been waiting until I could try them on to figure this out because I just don't know. I think I would prefer pleats, but I don't know if with the big pockets the pleats are gonna look weird. So let me just pin some in place and then we'll decide together. Not well pinned, but I think pleats. I think I'm digging this. I like it with the pockets, actually. It kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna go with pleats. These pleats are going to be 1 1/4 inches-ish, and that's bigger than last time, but it's because I sewed the side seams at a little bit less than 1/2 inch instead of 5/8 of an inch because of where I wanted the bird to be in relation to the side seam and just not thinking about seam allowances when I was originally cutting it. So I'm just going to put a little bit more depth in the pleats to compensate for that, which is actually good because I think I want pleats that are a little bit bigger because I feel like the 1 inch pleats just don't always hit as hard as you think they're going to. Now I'm working on the belt loops. We are in the home stretch. We're putting this waistband on. We're gonna finish tonight. I don't know where my pins are. Okay, y'all, it's a few weeks later, the jeans are done, and you guys are going to freak. So there you have it, the jeans. They came out great, exactly how I envisioned them being, and I'm so happy, and I had so much fun with this project. I knew I liked making jeans from upcycled denim, but working with the denim yardage was so much more satisfying because I had so much more leeway to just do what I wanted to do in my head, and I think the results speak for themselves. I would say my only critique of these pants is that I think I used a slightly too high of a tension on my upper thread for some of the seams because in the week or so that I've had them and been wearing them, I've had some issues with some of the threads breaking, particularly in the flat felt seams. I was able to fix it and go back over it with what I hope is better thread settings. But other than that, they are great, and I hope you like this video. If you liked watching it, be sure to like and subscribe and comment what I should make next. When I was in New York, I bought more denim for my next denim project, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, have such an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!